Now, cast your mind back to March the 23rd, 2020, when a British Prime Minister, who, in my opinion, always looked like he'd been dragged through a hedge backwards with an outrageous haircut, got on the TV to tell everybody, stay at home.
Stay at home.
Now, you're a mechanic, you're a brilliant mechanic, you're an innovative mechanic. And in your garage are two items. One's a Bedford Rascal pickup, and the other one is a Kawasaki ZX9R motorcycle. Now you think to yourself, I wonder what would happen if I put the two of those together. And this is the result. The Bedford Rascal ZX9R. Now granted, that's not actually a model name, but that's essentially what you have here. So you've got a Bedford Rascal, which is 44 horsepower, generally, top speed, 60 miles an hour, down a hill with a tailwind, everything prevailing well. And then you have the Kawasaki engine, which is 168 brake horsepower. If you was to see this in Sainsbury's car park, you probably wouldn't give it a second glance apart from the colour. But if you're at traffic lights, be prepared to be left standing. Significant engineering prowess and innovation has gone into marrying these two items together. So the Bedford Rascal, in terms of its engine, actually isn't in the Bedford Rascal, it's actually underneath the Bedford Rascal. And this is where it's significantly different from other vans that you see. When we actually take a look inside, we can see that you're gonna need to be a bit of a motorcycle expert in order to drive this. Inside this is the same space as you would normally get in a Bedford Rascal. However, a couple of changes here in order to accommodate the motorcycle engine. First of all, the majority of the dials that you'd find on the motorcycle engine have actually been placed onto the dashboard. Those being obviously the fuel, the ampage for the battery, and also the temperature as well. So you can clearly see those. You've also got the speedometer and the rev counter, but we've taken those from the ZX9R and actually used them as your dashboard. Speedometer is placed by a little box just up onto the right here, which gives you your digital speed. And the actual gears are on the steering wheel itself, and they're push button up, push button down. Clever thing, however, is that what you can do is place in a sequential gearbox into this. Now we have all the parts for that, but we've not actually put it on, we've just left the buttons. But if you're a motorcycle genius, that probably wouldn't be too difficult for you to actually do. In terms of the air conditioning, that's pretty standard and straightforward. That's taken from the original Bedford Rascal, so that'll be taking the battery power to do that. And then you have a number of different lighting sequences, which we'll show you on the outside in order to accommodate the slightly more quirky aspects of the van itself. When you start it up, it doesn't sound like a Bedford Rascal at all. See? Looking on the outside, there's some really unique things that I love about this. Now, I've got to be honest, at the beginning, wasn't a big fan, okay? I'm more about the luxury, the performance, etc., etc. However, I've got to say, this has actually grown on me. I mean, these wheels, these dinky cute wheels, I just think are the best thing ever. They really do set it off. And in Kawasaki green, it's the original color of the motorcycle that it was actually built with. Then we've got this really cool flatbed wooden platform at the back here, which I think is really cool as well. I mean, I've got to be honest, it's got Japanese domestic market written all over it, and this will be a fabulous addition to anybody who either A, loves motorcycles, or B, is just looking for something that is completely different. There you have it, the Bedford Rascal ZX9R, quick as Fuki, whatever you want to call it. But what you have here is a lot of van and motorcycle for the price of 10,500. Somebody is going to love this, and somebody is going to want to buy it, and they're going to have hours of enjoyment in it.